How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 36.
All right. So we're talking about living apart together, or if you have a question about anything, what do you want? What are we talking about today?
Well, I guess I can touch on living together. I totally agree with what you're saying, especially with
Living
this.
apart together.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I guess I would say I totally agree with you. And the reason why I feel I totally agree with you is because you're right. With the way the world is changing, people's tolerance is way shorter nowadays. But like you said, they still want to. It's like, get away from me, but please love me. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
That's real.
um, you're getting on my nerves today, but once my attitude changes, let's go eat. You know. So I don't know if that's bipolar or just moodiness or whatever it is, but if we can just, I blame history. It's been stolen from us, so we take on these identities and these different characters that we see on TV, and no one is really themselves anymore.
I think more than anything else, we just have too much information. We're too overloaded. I mean,
But the wrong information. Yes.
wrong, right. The subconscious brain does not. The subconscious brain doesn't distinguish between good, bad, right, or wrong. It's all information, and this is not a solution for everyone. But just like you said, how many times do you hear people talk about they're in a relationship, but they can't stand the person when they're away from the person and they want to be around them? People today across the board don't want to be in each other's space like our grandparents did. So I don't. The
And
more I started to think about it, the more I started to think this is really going to. And this is understand something, people. This is a trend worldwide.
mm-hmm.
It's becoming a trend worldwide. So we might as well start talking about it.
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
No, I don't.
Okay. Um,
I
do
have. I
you?
mean, I've raised my sister. I don't know if that counts.
No, no, no. Do you want to be married one day?
I would like to be married one day. Yes, I would like
You
to find a distinguished gentleman and become married.
would you prefer to live together, or would you prefer to live? Would you prefer a traditional setup or something different?
I want a traditional man.
Yeah.
I would love for God to bless me with the traditional man, the
Hmm.
with the old antique heart, not this new
Well,
stuff.
well, now my views are very. You know me, I'm a Christian, but I believe that marriage is a natural choice. God blesses us with the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What you doing to make sure you around these men and the kind of men that's going to pick you if he came into your presence? That's more important.
Okay, I'm glad you answered that because I've been lately. I'm gonna start with the appearance. Right now, I just got my real estate license. I'm trying to build my little real estate business. I have
Traditional
my
men don't care about business.
no. That's not what I'm. That's not my point for saying that. My point for saying is I've been neglecting my appearance
Hmm.
so that I can won't look. I would say won't look homeless or ghetto or whatever the classifications people want to put on women nowadays. I have not presented myself with my appearance to get
Hmm.
out there and meet that type of man.
Okay. Well, then you ain't going to attract them.
Exactly. And so I want to get there. I can honestly say I'm
But
not, you see me now, no, nothing.
but at 36 years old, were you raised as a mother and father in the household?
I will honestly have to say they were a young in love couple, but it turned toxic.
Okay.
It,
Well,
it
so at 36 years old, men are visual.
yes.
Uh, why not? Why just now start to worry about your appearance on the downside to 40?
Now I have to let me answer that as well. I just to make a long story short, I was voted in class of '02. I graduated class of '02. I was voted most conceited. So I used to be very into the heels and the nails and I've attracted a few millionaires in my 20s coming up because that was very important to me once upon a time. But then as I wanted to learn myself and I wanted to dig deep and learn not to be shallow, learn how to be humble, learn how to put God first, learn not to just give my body to a man just because he say he loved me. Let people prove, that their intentions is, all of that, I I lost the way of the
Sound like you just lazy to me.
I have been.
Yeah, because all that, because that was a nice way of saying that I attracted a millionaire. That don't take nothing except having an ass and some titties. That's all that take to attract a millionaire. To attract a man in your 20s, if you're physically appealing, is no different than attracting a man on fries at McDonald's. But I'm trying to understand why so many of our black women feel like walking around with bonnets and flip-flops and house shoes and not being physically appealing is the thing to do. It's like in our community, it's like a badge of honor to be busted. Because I'm deep and I'm not letting no man take advantage. That don't sound like nothing to be proud of.
I stated all that to say I'm coming out of that. So I'm one thing about me, I am a woman to the fullest, meaning I can admit when I'm wrong, and I can take
well, the reason I'm direct, because you're 36 years old, you have no time.
I have no time. You're right.
So the magic. So like, how tall are you?
I'm pretty sure.
No, don't show. No, we don't have to do all that. Hold the camera right there.
I'm doing
Yeah, well, you're doing too much now. Hold on. Hold on. You're making the camera go crazy. You're doing too much. Just chill out. Yeah. Competition is stiff. Men are visual. You talking about you want an old school man, a traditional man, and you want kids?
Yeah.
How many kids do you want?
I want 2, a girl and a boy.
You can't pick those. You pick the quantity. Then do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
Well, that's the thing. I got my real estate license, so I don't.
Yes or no?
I plan to help. If I'm answering the question correctly,
well,
I plan to
work to pay significant bills, meaning if you don't work, the family's still fine.
Yes.
So you do want to have to work to make sure the family's okay, or you don't want to have to work.
Yes, I wanna build enough assets, generational wealth is my plan.
We can't be generational wealth. I mean, we just gotta pay the rent first. Black women talk a lot of this shit. 9% of y'all make over $75,000 a year.
Well, I'm saying I got real estate deeds, so maybe
I don't care if you got real estate deeds. I mean, you can do that's paperwork. You have the money in the bank account and the paychecks and the commission checks to support anything?
I'm working on that.
Then that's a no. So
no.
See, far too many of our women talk, and I want to build generational wealth. You can't build generational wealth as an individual. You need a husband, and you need multiple things going on. But before that, you got to get a man. And what I'm asking is, how are you going to attract that man if you got your real estate license in the last 10, 15 years, you've just been doing something else at 36 years old when the competition is stiff. And according to you, you do want to, here's the question, what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Out of 100%, what percent do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
Honestly, I want my husband to do all of that. If I'm just being honest.
Okay, so you want to be responsible for 0%.
I wanna be responsible for when my husband needs.
No. See, at 36, you should be able to answer these questions. I'm asking you, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child? And you say, I want to help. What percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for your generational wealth you're talking about building?
All of it. Just
okay.
All of it.
Okay, you're missing the question. All of it means you're providing 100%. Out of 100% of the mortgage, the retirement, the car, the college loans, the trips, the vacations, everything. what percentage of that whole number for a lifetime do you want to have to be responsible for?
50.
Okay, that means if you don't work, the family is in jeopardy.
Okay. I'm going to answer this question wrong because I guess I'm honestly not getting the question the way I need to get it.
Well, the question is, you say you want your husband to be responsible for all of the money, and then in the next breath, you want to be responsible for 50%. How about this? Let me ask you right now. If you never marry, right?
Never been married.
No. If you never get married in your lifetime, right?
Okay, there we go.
What percentage of your financial load are you going to have to carry?
All of it.
Right. So if you get married, what percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to carry?
All of it. I don't know. I'm slow. I'm slow, Kevin. I'm sorry. That's a trick question.
It's not a trick question, ma'am. It's math. If you work, you got to pay all your bills.
Yes, if it's just me by myself.
But if you're married, do you want so that's a husband. You want to be responsible for all of it, means you're responsible for what you need, what he needs, and what all the kids and the pets and everybody need. That means
I don't want that. If I get married, I want my husband to bear most of the bearing.
What's most of?
80%.
Okay, and see, this is the problem. Why is this so painful? Because, ma'am, you're over almost 40 years old, and no disrespect.
Okay.
You haven't even thought about a financial structure. It's like y'all just walk around through life and expect this shit to just happen when it comes to men. Listen.
Okay.
No, I gave you plenty. I gave the basic 2 + 2 is 4 questions. So many different ways. And the reality is y'all don't think about this stuff. Y'all just, because see, what you really think is, when I get married, I want to attract a man and he gonna take care of it all. So I ain't got to think about it. I can live what I'm doing right now and later on. So whatever I got as far as debt, student loan debt, credit card debt, my man, he's supposed to come in and build. And most men don't make that kind of money.
Can I chime in my perspective? Because I don't want to get booed. I don't want to get
go ahead.
I want to get
go
kicked
ahead.
off.
Go ahead.
Okay, my perspective to all of that is just this, Mr. Samuels. Because I've been doing it for so long, my brain is me. Even though what you're about to say doesn't matter, it's all paperwork. But in my brain, from trying to just build or have a lifestyle or whatever, it's been me. So
then why? So when you get a husband.
So if I get a husband,
if
I get a husband, I honestly do not expect him to do everything what I want.
But you want him to do. But hold on. But you want him to do 80% of it. So that means, listen. That means you go from having to do 100% to take care of you to only having to do 20% to take care of you and some kids and a man. That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what kind of men make the kind of money to be able to take on a wife and have 2 children to where she's only going to have to provide at best 20%?
The 1% of men, a small pool.
Right. And due respect, ma'am, do you think you can secure one of those?
I have. I feel I can. Yes.
At 36 years?
Yes, I feel I can.
Okay, this is where the ranking stuff start coming in. Dress size?
At this present moment with the braids and everything.
No, dress size?
I'm small. I'm like a size 7. 7.
How tall are you?
5'6".
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
I weigh 158.
And on a scale from 0 to 10, from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. Straight out of the shower, your hair, no makeup. What do you rank yourself?
10. No makeup. 10. 10. 10. I guess it's just my confidence. 10.
Take that confidence to a bank account with 0 money and see how confident the ATM give you any money out.
I'm not just to try to
I'm trying to have a conversation with you, man. When
I'm
you do,
listening.
when y'all do shit like this, then it starts making me want to start acting fool. You really
I
think you're
feel
a
I'm a
10?
10,
I don't care.
Mr.
I don't care
Samuel.
what you feel.
I feel like I'm not gonna say nothing less. I don't. You asked me a question.
This is why you'll be. This is why women like you die alone. You can feel like you're a 10, but man, you're not a 10. A 10 means you're supermodel looks. Well, it's like women in general, black women in particular, feel like I'm a 10. I'm gonna say I'm a 10 no matter what.
But I don't feel it's just. I don't feel in looks though. I don't feel
Well,
it's a
that's the
10 with.
problem. But see, that's the problem, though. See, how do we get here? You're 36 years old and you ain't worried about your looks.
That's true.
And
I've
that's
admitted
why,
that.
well, there you go. So you obviously don't understand what it takes to get the kind of man you're talking about. That's why 100%, that's why you got such a single woman's mindset, because the way you're setting yourself up, thinking about, I'm only having to do for me, 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 and not worry about how I look and carry myself. And then thinking that I'm 36 years old, you can just turn around and then I'm a 10 and I'm going to get a man to pay 80% of the, that ain't how that works.
Well, that's why I wanted to get on this call so I can be set straight. I
There's
wanted
no
to
sad
hear.
enough straight, man.
I wanted to hear.
Okay, but see, you want to hear it, but what I'm not getting is a realistic answer. Do you really think that if I put you next to Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Rihanna, you in that line of women?
Well,
As far as
I've
looks,
been in the same room with
I
them.
don't care about being in the
Okay.
same room with you, man.
As far as physical
That's what I'm
attributes,
talking about.
no, no.
But that's the question I asked you.
I thought you just said how do I feel I'm a 10? I
No,
didn't.
I said, what do you rank yourself? What do you rank your looks?
I thought you said what do I rank myself?
Okay, no.
Okay.
It's the same question. If you watch me, it's the same question.
Okay. As far as
Yeah,
looks,
yes. So at your
no.
face, 1 to 10, you cannot use 7. Fresh face, no makeup, right out of the shower.
6. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Give me something now,
I'm
Mr.
just,
Sam.
I'm not saying we've already gone beyond. And see, the thing is, one of the problems I find with many modern women is you guys lack self-awareness and humility. I mean, it's just y'all are just like y'all are the shit.
See, that's what I was afraid of. And I wanted to put a disclaimer out before you connected with me, because I pray every day that I work on my attitude, that I work on how I'm being perceived. I try not to talk as much when I'm out in public. I try to ask questions and just not waste too much air and too much breath. So I feel I'm very aware of how I act and how others perceive me. And I trust me. I pray up and down that I do not be one
You
of those
pray.
women.
God ain't got nothing. Okay, okay. But if you
Okay.
want to be married,
Okay.
and you know men are visual.
Yes. I know they're visual. Maybe this
No. I need you to listen. I need you to listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're praying that a man accepts you the way you are.
Okay, yeah, it might be true. You're
That
right.
means the kind of man you want would have to settle.
Ooh. Okay.
I mean,
I'm listening.
I'm listening to a woman that says, I've been in this room. I've been in this room when I was in my 20s. When I looked a certain way, I got this. But the last 16 years, it's just been whatever.
No, like two years. 2 years. I've been under construction. 2 years. I've been under construction. I've been single for 2 years. I've been under construction.
How long was your last relationship?
7 years.
Why didn't you guys get married?
He wanted to marry me. I wasn't in love with him. I was not in love with him.
So you spent 7 years with somebody that
I found out some things about him
in year 1 or year 7.
in year 7.
Then that makes no sense. No matter how you slice it. That makes no sense. And was he a millionaire?
He was I'm not going to say he was a millionaire, but but he was a general contractor. The business was making millions. The business was making
Business ain't okay, but that doesn't mean okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So you don't. So this man wanted to marry you,
but I felt he was a homosexual. That's why on the low. That's why I didn't want to sleep with him. And
This is your boyfriend, right?
This was my boyfriend, and in year 7, I suspected homosexuality, and I didn't want to deal with it.
Oh, Lord Jesus,
I
Lord have
know.
mercy. You're
I
going to
know.
World Star. You are good. You are outside of your ever-loving mind.
I'm just telling you, asking me
Yeah, year
questions.
7. Year 7. So year 1 through 6.
There was some time apart.
Holy Jesus,
I
holy
never
Jesus,
seen the
holy Jesus.
vibes.
Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, holy
I'm just
Jesus.
telling you, I'm
No,
trying
man,
to
no, I know you're
trying to
dead
be
serious.
honest.
But the thing is, what I'm asking,
You saying why?
why would you be with somebody for 7 years? I don't care about you. You start suspecting homosexual vibes in year 7. So what about year 1 when most people decide you call him your boyfriend?
Okay. In year
He
1,
wanted to marry you.
let me be honest. In year 1, it was more of a employer-employee. When I first met him, I was the employee. It started off as
Ma'am,
me
you
being.
said he was your boyfriend for 7 years.
We dated in that first year after I stopped working for him. We did start dating that first year I met him. Yes, when I stopped working for the company. Only worked for the company for a few months.
I don't care about the work, ma'am. I care about, you said you were in a relationship for 7 years.
Well, maybe I'm getting the word relationship. Maybe my view of relationship and your view of relationship is
What do you mean?
mine is off. Because it wasn't.
I asked you if it was your boyfriend.
Yes, it was my boyfriend.
Was it a monogamous, committed relationship?
It was not a committed relationship.
And it's not
It was not committed. It was not
right.
committed. And
Bless
I
your
say
heart.
that because he was cheating. He was doing what he was doing. It wasn't a perfect. It was. I don't get it, Mr. Senator. Can I just say this? Our relationships aren't perfect.
No, ma'am. No, I don't need to hear any psychobabble bullshit.
Okay.
Did you claim this man as your boyfriend?
I did.
And did he claim you as his girlfriend? That's a yes or no.
No.
So how are you in a relationship?
I was
so how
one
are you
of
in
his girlfriends.
No, not sort of. See, when a relationship happens, there's a conversation. You my lady, I'm your man, we ain't seeing nobody else. You don't just go around as a grown-ass person for 7 years without a conversation.
So I guess our relationship was I couldn't see anyone else, but I never caught him doing anything.
Ain't nobody could you call, no.
Okay.
Did y'all have a conversation to where y'all were supposed to be the couple?
Yes, we lived together. Yes, we were a couple. We did live together.
Ooh,
yes.
shit.
We did live together. Yes. Living that together but separate.
How long you been in therapy? How long you been in therapy?
I've never been in therapy.
You need to go tomorrow.
I need to go tomorrow.
Oh yes.
But I'm fully aware of all my flaws.
No. Man, you can't even make this conversation make sense.
Because the relationship didn't make sense.
No, you live with somebody. See, the way you're trying to talk the story is in one half of a sentence, he's your boyfriend. In another half, we're not really in a committed situation.
Yes.
But you live with the motherfucker.
Yes. Exactly.
No, ma'am. No, you.
I'm listening.
And this is the mind you're taking out into the marketplace. Talk about I'm a 10. And I want somebody to pay 80% of the bills for me and my 2 kids through life.
That's what I put myself in. Yes, because it wasn't for love. It was for money for me on my end. So yes, I'm just putting it out
for
there.
For money. Because see, when I ask you why you're in it for 7 years, the first thing that comes out of most of you women's mouth is a reason to why you're not accountable. It was either abuse, adultery, some sort of toxic or undercover gay. Y'all never just say, you know what? I fucked up and chose poorly, and I didn't get a formal relationship, so I don't get any formal recognition. I just wasted 7 years of my life, and I was dumb for doing that. You'll always blame the man.
No, I'm not trying to. Did I try to blame him?
What'd you say? I said, why? I said, what was your last relationship? 2 years ago. How long it last? 7 years. Why didn't y'all get married? He wanted to marry me, so that means he did his part. But I didn't want to marry him. Here comes the excuse, because I suspected homosexual tendencies. And I said in year 1 or year 7. In year 7. So that meant year 0 through 6 was no fucking problem. And if he wanted to marry you, you should have married him if this was a relationship. But in order to not be at fault, you got to somehow blame him in year 7 so he can wash hands of year 1 through 7.
Okay.
Same shit all the time. I know. That's
right.
why people tune in. I know. That's why. No, but that's why people tune in. It don't matter why you loved it. You didn't love him, but you lived with him. Did he pay your bills?
The money. I was
Did he pay your bills?
when I met him.
Did he pay your bills?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. He paid your bills. You didn't love him. Fine. You didn't get any commitment out of him. Fine. I just asked, most women, non-black women, would not live with nobody for that long. It's like black women feel like marriage is such a big fucking deal. Y'all have babies and live with somebody and deal with somebody, but you won't marry them.
Now today, my attitude today, now that was the young-minded attitude that I just discussed with you, because I was young-minded when I was in that situation. Now the mature side of me, I've been, don't cuss me out. I've been
I ain't cussing you out, man.
Okay, I'm just saying, don't be. Well, okay, because I know you're gonna go there. I've been just trying to get to learn me. I haven't been dating. I haven't been.
How long you been doing this?
I've been doing this for like 3 years now.
And you haven't had therapy, but you doing this on your own. This is what I mean.
I wouldn't say I'm doing it on my own because I have a lot of faith.
Exactly. Thank you. I was about to even take it out of my words. You cannot make this shit up, people. Black women have anaphylactic shock when it comes to marriage, and then they have a best counsel because they got Jesus. You cannot make this shit. Faith, God, whatever. You ain't doing the real work.
So me trying to work on I'm listening. I'm not debating nothing you're saying because I want to hear you.
You're the one that drove the relationship. You're the one that stayed in the relationship. It was your best thinking that got you where you are right now.
Like I said, I was young-minded in that whole situation. And that past situation,
you're not listening.
Yes.
3 years of you trying to fix you.
Yes.
Who says you're qualified to fix you?
Okay, I can take that.
Who says you're qualified to fix you? This is why we need therapy, because we always think I got faith and God gonna do it, and God ain't got nothing to do with this. And the only thing that's happening is you're wasting time. The reality is, after this conversation is over, you're a 36-year-old woman with no marital prospects.
Trying to reinvent the wheel. I don't know if it's too late.
I'm just saying that's the hardcore reality. A 36-year-old woman with no marital prospects, and from what you're saying, no real relationship history of cooperating successfully with a man in anything other than a transactionary kind of relationship.
And yes, I am. Yes, 1,000.
Then why in the hell would somebody who has the resources to provide for a wife to the tune of taking care of 80+% of the bills want that little in return?
But like I'm trying to state, that was my old thinking. I don't think like that today. I'm talking to the same look. You seem to think that was then. I'm telling you what I'm hearing today. But we're answering questions.
Yes, ma'am, and you still have the same mindset, because somebody who doesn't have the mindset will take accountability.
So
accountability. And when I asked you, ma'am, a very simple question: do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant? No, I want my husband to pay for all this. What percentage of the overall family financial load? Whether you're good at math or anything is irrelevant. The bottom line is that question is designed to get you to say truthfully that I don't really want to have to be responsible for anything financially. I want the man to be responsible for it. That's fine. Men that that's fine. Men that have to provide at that level have to make themselves that something. And what are they going to get? What is a man who can provide for a wife and 2 kids to the tune of where she only has to kick in 20%? That's an above average man. Like you said, top 1%. What does he want?
As far as me trying to work on myself and answer your question, what will the man get? I'm glad you asked that. I feel in return, a man will get please don't hurt me for saying the wrong shit. But
Just
I
answer
feel
the
a man
question.
will get from me in return loyalty, honesty, what else? Encouragement, support, fun, knowledge. I think I know a little something about a little something, so I would try to share my perspective on different subjects that are important in life. I know about investing. You know, I would just try to pour all the
You know
wealth of
about
information.
investing? Investing in what?
Real estate, land. I buy a lot of vacant lots, cryptocurrency, stuff like that.
Guys, let's be honest, man. This lady honestly said she will help this guy with knowledge. You really think a guy making that amount of money lack knowledge and you that don't know anything? I mean, these women say these things without honestly thinking about it. A man that is making this amount of money, you really think that he lacks knowledge and you got it together? And investment, when you don't have record of investing, you don't have, proof of you having successful investment anyway. And the level of arrogance when it comes to our black women, Kevin Samuels spoke about it at some point when she says she's a 10. And she said she's not going to say anything less. I don't know why, somehow, some way, I kind of think our women always feel like when they say they are 10, that's how the world is actually going to respond to. Because tell me how it makes sense for you to say, I'm a 10 and I'm not going to say anything less. It is not about you forcing, like you can't force people to see you as a 10 just because you feel like you are a 10. The world responds to what you are. And the question he asked before the conversation started, what will you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? But when she said that and he started roasting her, then she kind of wanted to make it look like, okay, she didn't understand the question from the answer, saying that, okay, I thought you say, do I feel you, that she feels she's a 10? She didn't even mention you feeling anything being a 10. He said, what will you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? You can't pick 7. But she tried to say that, but when he started explaining it, that you cannot, black women always think like they can say, oh, I'm a 10, and the world will respond to them being a 10. Then she kind of realized that, okay, I'm just fooling myself. Let me and say I'm a 6. You're not a 6. Come on, sis. You are not way close to a 6. Come on, let's be honest. This woman is no way close to a 6. And there is something that I'll be putting at the end of the video. Let's continue with the content, guys.
That, and I do that every day. I'm not just like, because, but I hear what you're saying.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Everything you said, is that what those men want?
Well, I would think every man would want someone that's supportive and positive first and foremost. No? Okay. I'm not here to argue and debate. I'm just here to listen.
I'm just part of the problem. No, because the stuff you just ran down.
That's what I want.
Thank you. Okay. That's the problem. Y'all think that we're like you and we're not like you.
Okay, that's what I want.
Well, at this point, man, how long you been watching my channel, my content?
That's recent. I just start seeing you cutting people off left and right, and I just like I want to get set straight and see what it is. And I feel you over this.
I asked you how long you been watching my content. That's
for like a week or two. I just bumped it to your page.
Okay, well, I would say this, that you give a lot of this. You don't seem to have any idea what men want.
You're probably right. You're right.
I'm not probably right. First thing you said, you stop worrying about your looks and you didn't care about that because you wanted to focus on you and becoming you. You became you've made yourself into a modern, independent woman. That's fine, but that ain't what the kind of men you talk about want.
So help me. What do I need?
I've already helped you, and I've already spoken enough. I've already helped enough. Anything men want from women is cooperation. And and there's some, and you know, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. And if you don't really care about your appearance, I mean, where's your level of femininity at?
Yeah,
I
I do
mean,
care. I just been neglecting.
but see, that's no, that's not neglect. That'd be like saying a man saying he neglects his masculinity. That's stupid.
Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right.
No,
You're right.
what you're doing is you're preparing to be alone.
Well, I don't want to be alone.
Well, I mean
So men want
that.
cooperation. I need to be
Well,
more softer, more feminine. Okay. I hear you. I'm taking
well,
notes. All right.
it's more than that.
Of
I
course.
mean, y'all don't seem to even understand the kind of men you want. I'm like, at the end of the day, you want a traditional provider male.
And at the end of the day, I want a gentleman. I want a gentleman. I don't want T-Bone. I don't
I've
want.
listened to what you said, man.
I just want a gentleman. What's wrong? I
Uh-huh.
want a
You
man to
want,
pull my
yeah,
chair
you
out.
want
I
it
want a
all.
man to open
You want it
doors.
all. You want the creme de la creme of men. You want a man that is an infinitesimally. You want a man who has the money and resources to provide for 80+%, and you want him to be a gentleman in this and this and that. I got one question: are men like that exceedingly rare? You've already said they're the top 1% of men, right?
Yes. As far as
Stop.
okay. I'm listening.
Hard, direct question. Ready?
Yes. Shit
Are
hurt.
you a top 1% woman?
No.
Thank you. Then you can't have him.
Can I work to get there?
Nope.
It's too late for me.
Again, you're going to put another 5, 10 years in it. Now that time you 35, you have 41, 46. Those men tend to also want children. See, the problem is women like yourself all want the same. You want the fantasy,
Okay.
and y'all aren't fantasies.
Okay.
Y'all are average women walking around
Okay.
wanting fantasy men.
Okay. Now, when you say average, because
when I say average, I'll tell you exactly what I mean by average.
Okay.
Did you graduate from college?
From my vocational training, real
Okay.
estate.
No. High school, got
High
diploma?
school, yes.
Did you get a bachelor's in college?
I don't have a degree.
So
no.
Okay, so all right. Whether you did or did not, but that's just okay. Average. Looks. Stop. Looks, physique, sexual marketplace value. When I ask you where do you rank yourself, you said you're 10. I would give you a 5.
Okay.
That makes you average.
Okay.
Average people get average people.
Okay.
But you want an exceptional person.
Because I've had that. I guess.
You haven't had. You've had what do you mean you said had? The last person,
because you were about to say I've never been married, so you're right.
No. I'm gonna say who's the person you've had? The last relationship was this person? If he was that, then you would have married him. See, this is why this conversation is probably going to go viral, because women like you think because you can deal with men like this, because you can go on a date with them or have sex with them, that becomes your new normal. No, those men don't marry average women.
Okay.
They may kick it with you, and I'm trying to be polite, but no different than if an average man hooked up with Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, or Rihanna. That average dude would all of a sudden start thinking that that's my new level. He'd say, I got lucky that one time. But women start looking at the highest level man they can deal with and think that's what they qualify for.
Okay. Now, now, in my defense, I see you rolling your eyes. In my defense, Mr. Samuels, of course, I want a man to be able to provide, but I want to be realistic. I don't expect.
Could you marry a man making 40? Could you marry a man making $21 an hour?
Yes.
For a lifetime?
Yes.
That's all he's gonna make. Listen. That's all he's gonna make for a lifetime. Not more, not less.
Yes.
Okay. So then why? And you would marry this person?
Based off how, if he treats me well, yes.
What do you mean treat you well? It's going to treat you like a man treats you. It's going to treat you decent.
Well, all men don't treat all women.
He's gonna
the
treat you
same.
decent. He's gonna treat. I mean, he's not gonna pedestalize. He's gonna just
Well,
treat
I
you
don't
like a
expect
woman.
them to, lick my toes or nothing.
Well,
But
I didn't say that. I said he's gonna treat you average, normal.
what's that? Can you break down that word average as far as the
Yes,
treatment? As far as the treatment.
yes. He'll come home.
Okay.
He'll put his money in to pay for the bills.
Okay.
He won't put his hands on you.
Okay.
Won't be rude to you.
Okay. I'm listening.
That's about it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think so. Yeah, you're right. I'm living in a fantasy world.
Yeah, y'all. Because y'all also think y'all should get these motherfucking OJ's whispers and singing, coming home and bringing you flowers, and y'all average. Just like you're gonna get an average man who'll come home and do everything. He gonna go do third shift at the plant. Gonna come home.
Okay. Now what if? And now I'm just pulling your leg. Now what if, like, right now I look average, right? But I know I look way better than this when I get cleaned
So
up.
get on to it. Okay.
So what if I turn into an 8?
You can't.
Okay.
Can't. You're what you are.
Okay.
And even if you did, that it wouldn't matter. You can't stay an 8. If you could turn into an 8, let me help you out. Let me give you a little Thanos. You ready?
Okay.
You're an 8. Cinderella didn't stay Cinderella.
No.
You are what you are.
Okay.
You're a high school graduate.
Yes, I am a high school graduate. I went to some college. I didn't get a
That's
degree.
okay. So you're a high school graduate.
Real estate agent.
You're not a bad
landowner.
looking woman. You're not. That's fine. Who cares? You're not a bad looking woman. You're not
No.
a beautiful woman. You're an average looking woman.
No.
Hold the camera up. You're in all right shape. I mean, it's just not like you're gonna be an Instagram model, but you're not
Well, now
fat.
all the Instagram models trying to get this look now. They want to wear no makeup and no lashes. They want to be natural now. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, okay. Ain't no Instagram model trying to be you.
I'm telling you, they on there trying to.
No, they ain't trying to be you. They're not trying to do that. But the fact of the matter is, when was the last time when a man like that approaches you? You're honestly saying that. I asked you, would you marry a man like that? Making $41,000 a year.
Yes.
He's just that. All right. And then would you be feminine? Would you be feminine, fit, friendly, cooperative, and submissive to him?
That's why I'm on this call. Because
That's a yes or no.
I attain to be that.
No,
yes.
okay. So the answer is today.
Yes.
You can no. You didn't say yes. You say you trying to be that, but no, that's not. I'm asking you.
Can I just chime in? Because
Nope,
I'm going off
nope,
what you're saying.
Nope,
You're saying,
no, ma'am, are you a submissive woman in a relationship?
I have not been in the past.
Then that's the point. So this is why I can say guys can cross the border illegally from Mexico, stand out in front of Home Depot, collect cans, and they still can go home to a submissive, respectful woman. I'm asking you, as a woman who would arguably be average, could you deal with an average man and be cooperative and submissive? And the bottom line is no.
Yes, in the past. Mr.
Okay.
Samuels, you got
Okay, you can. Okay,
in the
so
past,
in the past,
terrible.
but ma'am, but when was your last relationship you've had?
I just told you
years ago.
2 years ago. 3
Right,
years,
and you ain't had a man since.
No.
So you can't tell me what you'd be tomorrow because you ain't had no man.
Okay.
This is theory.
Okay.
Prior performance is the best predictor of future performance.
Okay. Now the whole me trying to take some time out to get to know me and work on my submissiveness.
You are the same person that got you in the previous situation. That's like somebody saying, I cooked a shitty meal. I cooked a meal that wasn't that good. So I'm going to go in here and practice cooking, but I'm not going to read the recipe. I'm just going to toy with it. But see, you thought your cooking was already good enough. So if you just go cook some more, you don't know until you serve it to somebody. You've been in charge of this process yourself, man.
Now, what if I'm trying to admit that I know it was fucked up in the past, and
Yeah,
I
but
just gotta.
it's your taste buds is off. That's the problem. It don't matter. Your taste buds is off.
Okay.
And my point, and the fact of the matter is, man, if you really, if you could do that, we attract what we are. Okay, and if you were, you may have be more aware of the things that went wrong in your previous relationship.
Yes, there we
But
go.
until you actually get involved with somebody, you ain't gonna know how you act. And all we know is who you've been. And the person I'm talking to, more likely than not, you're gonna just be a derivative of what you were before.
And
We
I'm
don't make
glad.
wholesale changes.
And
And
I'm glad.
about
I'm sorry. And I'm just trying to say I'm glad you said that, because I just told myself, out of everything I've been learning, how are you going to apply that? I have talks with myself. How will I apply that when a new situation that is presented, a nice candidate, a nice potential?
so if this was a man, they would call him an incel, a socially awkward, or something like that. Having conversations with yourself, when people used to do that, they used to call them crazy. Sitting there talking to yourself. Life is social. You got it's all theory until you actually put it into practice with somebody.
Okay, I can respect that. You're right. And that's exactly, and I haven't
In your
had a
last
chance.
relationship, it doesn't sound like you were,
Equipped. I wasn't.
no, that's not what I was gonna say. In your last relationship, it doesn't sound like you were that great of a person, because it sounds to me as though you were just being there for the money. You were using the situation.
Well, it was a 30-year gap situation. I was in
I
my
don't,
20s. He was in his
I don't.
50s.
So you were using the situation for money. You said that
Yes,
you were there for the money.
I admitted that.
Okay, so that's not really. I mean, that's I mean,
That's why I
he
said
got
to
something
you.
out of it too. So I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
But now being a lady, a professional, growing up,
a
maturing.
professional,
Yes,
professional what?
I'm a professional.
Professional what?
I'm a fiduciary. I'm an agent.
For your real estate
I'm a
professional?
realtor.
Okay.
Back then, I felt I was just young-minded and just going through life and doing what I was doing, and I guess the men I will meet were doing what they were doing. Now,
A real estate agent, and
that
do
was
you own
then.
do you own a home?
Do I own a home? I own a couple of homes.
Cool. So it sounds like you're doing decent for yourself,
Yeah, and that's the whole point of this conversation. I'm
but
tired of doing it by myself.
but that's how we started this.
I'm
Living
tired of doing it
apart.
by myself.
Well, but you're not. But the problem is, you can be tired of it. But if you haven't put in the work, if you haven't invested in becoming a better version of yourself and actually done the work, more likely than not, I mean, you may be more financially set up, but relationally.
I have to put it to the test. You're right.
Well, here's the thing. I ask you what the men want, and this has been a interesting back and forth. But I'm just,
Okay.
I don't think what I'm getting from you is somebody who really is looking to be somebody's support system, somebody's helpmeet. That's fine.
No,
No,
that doesn't sound like me.
no, you used the last man you were with for money.
But I said I grew from that.
Okay.
He was trying to get what he was trying to get. I couldn't. A
Yeah,
man
yeah.
gonna try to get
Then all of a sudden you called him gay for it too.
Well, I
And I'm
started
gonna
seeing
ask you
things.
about this too. So, because when you just said that, it's been 3 years. Have you seen him with a man?
I've seen him ride around town with a man in a car.
No. That's not you. That don't
In
fly.
that context, no.
Then let's not play fucking games with a man's reputation.
Well, I've never spread it the news. It was just
Well, you
no
just
now.
said it. You just said it online. Anybody who knows him, so I need to know
Well, I didn't say
why
no
you thought.
names.
I mean, anybody can know your face, and millions of people watch my shit. So
I'm in Vegas. Ain't nobody talking in Vegas. Okay, let me stop. I was young-minded back then.
no. I know. I'm gonna drill down on this. You were with a man, and you thought he was gay
Towards
in the
the
last
end.
year. Why?
Towards the end, yes.
Why?
Okay, you really want to know why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you said you ain't seen him with nobody. Where's the proof of that?
Well, just when dealing with me, my first gay scare from him. One day we were at his house, and he was taking some pills, I'm just telling you what my younger minded self
Let's get to the
saw.
point.
Okay. And he was taking some pills, and I'm like, what are those pills for? And he was like, oh, my white blood cell count is low, and I just thought the worst. So that was the first scare. Then the second scare, he's a plumber, he's a contractor, so he puts plumbing systems in new construction buildings. And he's showing me some plans, and he's like, yeah, this gay bar that I always go to. And then when I try to bring it back up to him, he forgot that he said that to me. Like, I never said that to you. I never said this gay bar. I'm like, you showed me some blueprints talking about the gay bar that you always go to, because I guess you had to redo some plumbing or whatever. Tear up the gravel or whatever and redo something. I don't know. But he forgot that he said to me that he goes to this gay bar all the time. So that was my second scare. Then my third scare, he has a boat out at Lake Mead. He has a slip. And so we go out there, we ride the boat. And I see this man bent over working on his car. And I see the man crack is showing. And I'm looking at him through my peripheral. And we're driving. I said, I hope he don't. I'm going to keep my face straight, but I'm in my brain. Like, I hope he don't turn to look at this man's crack. But we're down. Like, I see the man, like, a couple lights down. And as we're getting closer, he looked at the ass crack of the man. And that was the last straw for me. I could have been shallow or whatever, but there was 3 instances where I just said, I don't want to play with my health. So, and I don't feel he was being very honest. Then I seen one picture in his phone, dressed in drag. It looked like him, so I don't know.
You saw a picture of him in drag.
Like I said, it looked like him.
It looked like for somebody somebody you had his phone.
He had his phone.
Hold on.
Yes, I had his phone. Yes.
Oh, and he had a picture in his phone.
In his phone of a tall woman, big woman, looked just like him, light skin, green eyes, but it was dressed in drag. I've never.
Hold on.
No proof. I saw.
Hold on. That was a man or a woman?
That was a man in that picture.
Okay. And you asked him about it?
No, I didn't ask him about it. No.
You were still living with him?
No. By this time I had my own place, but I will always go over there.
Right, but y'all was still sexually active?
Yes, I'll still go over there.
Okay, you still sexually active still, and I'm assuming.
No. After I saw the picture.
No, man. But you were sexually active in year 7. And like most people, you probably weren't using protection.
No. That was why, because he didn't want to use protection.
Okay, no, man, but you were still sexually active in year 7. So I want to be clear on what you said. No, stop. No. I listen. I want to be clear. No. So the first indication of drag. Stop. I got it. The first indication you claiming somebody is gay was what again?
He mentioned some pit. I guess he thought I was dumb enough. I didn't know a white blood cell count low, and I felt like anybody with a low blood cell count.
So he was taking some medicine, and he told you his white blood cell count was low. So you automatically assumed he was taking some HIV medication.
And so that's when the sex.
Hold on. That's ignorant on your part.
I just said it.
I'm a cancer survivor. My white blood cell count went 0.
But he didn't have cancer, though.
Hold on. You don't. No. But see, the point is you didn't ask any questions. So I'm going to repeat back what you said.
Okay.
He was taking some pills, and he said something about his white blood cell count. So your brain went to.
Ago.
I don't need the cosign and the cheerlead.
Okay.
So you just said, that's unusual. But it went to gay. That's the first thing you went to was gay. You didn't go to anything else other than gay. But then you let it go. And then because he is a contractor and he showed you some pictures of a bar he was working on.
That he says he frequents.
You said he frequents.
Yes.
And he said that he's working on the bar. So frequent can go to work or frequent to a 10.
Okay,
So
I get
stop.
what you're saying.
No, ma'am. Stop. No,
Okay.
no. See,
Okay.
I'm not playing.
I'm not either. I'm listening.
Yeah. Because now, then you're driving down the street and a man is bent over doing something in his car and his butt crack is showing. Not his whole naked ass, his butt crack. And I'm going to tell you, most people, when they see somebody's butt crack, they look over and laugh. That's you go on the internet right now. Shut up. Because I don't play with men's reputations and you women always calling somebody gay.
It's just my suspicion.
Yeah,
I never
somebody who helped you out, paid your bills for years, and this is how you repay him. To get out. No, ma'am. I listen very well. I don't need the cosign. I don't need any. I don't need. No. I don't need any of that. All I need to know is what happened when you asked him.
I never asked. That's
okay, so but the point of the matter, and so listen. You can't make this shit up, people. This is a woman who says, I took the man's money. And you done gone from an older man taking some pills because his white blood cell count, according to you, is low. So that all of a sudden has to mean he's gay. And then because he showed you some plans or blueprints or some shit, because he's a plumber and he's working on, and he says a bar that I go to or attend or whatever, you decide to say that because he's really secretly going there. And then 2 + 2 makes 4 because he had low blood cell or white blood cell count. And then you link another thing when you're driving down the street and some guy that he does not know has his butt crack showing to everyone in the world. And because you didn't look at it and he looked over it, did you know he was looking? Did he be paying attention? You don't even know. Out of context, I don't know. Get to the next one. You said that was drag. You said you had his phone and all of a sudden now, see, this is what I mean. This is why. Listen, anybody with any common goddamn sense would realize you are reaching like a motherfucker. And you're making one thing, make another thing, make another thing, make another thing. So when we get to the end of it, you're still a woman who can't take accountability for your shit. You had to end a 7-year relationship because you said he thought he was gay, but you was fucking him. And you never asked, no.
In year 7?
No.
This is all happening in year 7.
No. You never asked this man, hey, these things are kind of troubling me. I've known you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You've paid my bills. You've done this. You've done that. I need to ask you a question. You never even asked him that. You're just going to say this shit. And then you're going to come onto Instagram with almost 900,000 people subscribe to this platform, 16,000 people watching the show, and just put that shit out there and assume that no one's going to know it. No one's going to know.
But you're defending him.
I'm defending the man. You goddamn right, because I'm tired of hearing women like you say some shit with no fucking proof.
Well, to my defense, he was a dick slinger. He had it on his yacht. Dick slinger. I'm just saying.
And he slung his dick all up in your young ass, and you took it. Get the fuck off my channel.
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. I think he was fantastic, and I think we all agree to it. And he did great shows, fantastic shows, great interviews, and I love it. And like I always say, we have to help to preserve this content. It's that dope. It carries so much knowledge and information that we need to make sure that these contents stay alive so that most people can get it to watch in the near future, right? But let's talk about this lady right here in this video. There is so much that is blended together when it comes to this lady, right? Talk of her arrogance, her ingratitude nature, right? All these things come together. Makes her a terrible person. Let's be honest. If someone can help you to this extent, and probably he's the reason why you probably get these properties that you're talking about. And what you can do to this type of a person is come on live and spew this on him. It's sad, man. And it's not just this lady alone. Most black women, after dealing with a rich guy and breakup happen to happen, then it's almost like, let me tarnish this person's image. And it's not good at all. It's not funny. She was just trying to say everything in her power, in her mind, that will be able to convince Kevin Samuels that actually the man was a gay. I'm not saying he wasn't, but there is no actual concrete evidence that shows that the man was a gay or something like that. And if he was a gay, I mean, would he have come for you? Okay, some people can say some people are bisexual or whatever the case is. But I think the fact that he's having you and you running his account down, if he's a gay, I think handling men is going to be more easier for him than handling females. Females definitely drain accounts. A man wouldn't. So if you are looking at it logically, the financial aspect and so many things, the bothering of females with a man with a man, no drama. I think if the man was to be a gay, he probably wouldn't deal with you. You're not a supermodel that you can say, I'm so beautiful, and regardless, this man just want me around to hold down deals for him or something like that. No. You're not someone like that. And with your looks, you are able to get a guy that is making tons and tons of money to be able to pay your rent and all these things. And this is how you thank this guy. Black women, you are your own problem. And you say these things and guys come across ladies like you, they kind of reminisce these things, kind of bring it back to their mind. Then it become a problem whether or not they can help the next lady that they've met or something like that. And it's because of certain things or certain human beings like this one. I was expecting her to be at least grateful, try to, cover this man up, even if he was a gay. Because let's be honest, I think most people wouldn't prefer something like this to be said about them. So the nicest thing you could have done is just keep it under the bed, Don't bring it out on such a conversation. But either way, she brought it up because she got no respect for this man. And talking about she was in for money, let's be honest. And let me just put this out there, right? This is why I don't always have any type of sympathy towards these women when they are 40s, 50s. I don't got any kind of sympathy for them. When you were young, all you knew was to finesse a guy. All you knew was to get money from a guy. All you knew was to drain a man's wallet, right? And you've gotten that. Now, you are with the face you are with and calling yourself a 10. You ain't going to get no one like that again. Your chance has bypassed at age 20-something. Now, you are 30-something and you're looking for those type of people again and saying that was the young mind of you. Now, older man, you're still dumb. You were young and dumb and you're now old and dumb. A man of integrity, why would he come to pick a lady like you, especially when he come across a video like this? And like it or not, most black men that tend to be making something out of themselves tend to watch this type of programs, believe it or not. So whatever you kind of say about high value men, other high value men that you've kind of encountered before, speak volume to if he happen to deal with you, what you're probably going to say about him when you happen to break up. Even if you're not hoping for that, it might happen. It is part of human life. It is part of relationship. It is part of marriages. Breakup can happen. So if this is what you're saying about this high value man, and I'm high value, I come across you and pick you up, more likely the case, you are going to say something like this about me if we happen to break up. And men are always very careful with these type of women, with this type of attitudes. The man paid your bills, and all you can say about him was he was a gay and he was taking pills. Like it or not, when men are going through their problems, they don't just want to say it. It could be that this guy was, struggling with some kind of, disease, whatever the case is. And he didn't want to tell you because men naturally, when they are suffering from certain things, they don't want to put it out there. Men are naturally they just don't like to talk about their problems to their women. That's just in the nature of men. So probably he was suffering, he was going through something, and they recommended a pill or prescribed by a doctor to him to take it, and he's taking it because he didn't explain it to you. You have perceived that being gay, treating some kind of, virus or something like that. It's just crazy, man. Watching this video, I was so angry just for the things that he said about this man. The man was generous enough to pay your bills and all those things. But this is what you repay him with. He is a gay. Wow. This is greatness. This is being grateful as a human being. Just sit down. If you think that, I'm kind of harsh towards this lady or something like that, just sit down, rethink of whatever this lady has said about this man, and put it into perspective that this man has paid this lady's bills. And now you understand where I am coming from. It is really that bad. It is really that bad that someone will do this to you and you end up repaying the person in this way. It's just not a good look. And I think black women that are watching this, if you will be honest, I think you are going to criticize this lady. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Not just black women. I think all of us watching this content, let me know what you think in the comment section. The comment is an open place that we can all share our ideas and opinions, whatever we think about this video. So let me know what you think in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share. Guys, catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.